Hello you beautiful noodles and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kalia if you're new, and if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any more videos, okay? It is Saturday. This is a sad chat video. It's been a good 2 months since I've made a sad chat video, and for that, I apologize. I am so sorry. I'm awful. But we're back and we're doing these consistent uploads, okay? We're no more breaks until I figure out I need a break again, and then I'll actually let you know, I promise. We're good with communication. You know, it's 2019, it's better me. Alright, so today is going to be a part 2 of a series that I tried to start a while ago, things that I learned in my first job. Again, this series was a few months back, so if I say something that may have been touched on in that series, remember it was a few months back. So if you actually do want to see it, just I'll put the card up here. I don't know if it's gonna come up on this corner or this corner, so there'll be a card in one of these corners and you can watch the old one because I know you want to. So first things first, let's just get into it. One of the things that I learned at my job was don't be afraid to ask for more. And when I say more, I mean money. Do not be afraid to ask for more money. You're working your butt off every day, going to your job. You may love it, you may not love it, whatever. But you show up every day because you know that you're going to get paid. Like that's the stipulation. I show up to work, you pay me. That's how it works. This is capitalistic society, whatever, but that is what drives you. Or if you love the job a whole lot, that's what drives you, is the love for the job. But the money is also driving you. Money can be a perk if you love your job that much. Me, I'm not there yet. Working on it, getting to a job where I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I get to go to work. Like, work. No, that's not me. Second thing I learned is don't wipe your internet browser because it kind of makes you look suspicious. Now, I was watching Netflix on my lunch and I made it look like I was working through my lunch. I was not. Probably watching The Office. I was probably watching The Office. Actually, I'm pretty sure I was watching The Office. And like the irony of watching The Office at The Office was kind of lost on me at that point. But now that I say it out loud, I'm kind of here for it, you know? Whatever. Wipe my internet browser. The next day we come back to work and they're like, hey, make sure that you don't wipe your internet browser because you don't want to lose any of your information or what you've done the day before. And in my head, I knew it was because they're like, we want to know what you're doing. We don't know what you're doing because you wiped your browser, so don't wipe it. To be fair, they never came to me and said this to me. Like, they never pulled me aside and said, hey girl, quit wiping your internet browser. Like, stop that. That's not what we do here. They didn't do that. But had they done it, now I probably wouldn't have been offended. I would have been like, oh yeah, no, my bad, like I won't wipe it no more. And then just watch Netflix on my phone. But anyways, I was paranoid from then on. And speaking of watching Netflix on my lunch, do not work through your lunch. Like, take your lunch. You're gonna get paid the same amount of money. I mean, if you work in an office and you're salaried, you're getting paid the same amount of money no matter what. Like, there's no overtime. You could be at work from 9 to 5 like you're supposed to. And if you at work from 8 to 9 like you're not supposed to, you're getting paid the same amount of money. And also, if you're working 8 to 9, we need to talk. That was me, okay? I was opening the office, closing the office, first one in. I wasn't an office manager. That wasn't my job. That was not my job. Like, it was not my job to make sure that the doors are open and all this other stuff. But I kept taking on responsibility, like I talked about in my last video, and kept saying, oh yeah, I know how to do that, or oh yeah, I can do this. Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop taking all that responsibility. That has nothing to do with you. It's not your what? Job. Yes, love that. And you know what is your job? Your title. So another thing I learned, you need to know what your title is when you get the job. Because for the longest time, I was sending out emails. I was, you know, doing all the good stuff. You know, everybody has their little signature. So I just put best Kalia. I put that as my signature. And I'm emailing other people that have been working the same amount of time as me, and they have titles. Even people that started at the job after me, they had a title in their email, like all this other information. So I realized that I didn't actually know what my title was. Like, I didn't know what my position was in the company, because I had started out as an intern and then I just transitioned into being a full-time employee. So I never had that conversation. They were just like, oh, do you want to stay? Like, we have a job for you. Like, you'll just, you know, do job stuff. And I'm like, okay, yeah, like, I get to stay in New York. I'm getting paid for it. Cool. I'll do it. That was an issue, because had I known my title, I would have known that I was being grossly underpaid for all of the work that I was doing. Because technically what I was doing didn't have a title, because I was doing the job of many titles in that company. So when you know your title, you know how much you're supposed to make, and that also gives you leverage, because when, you know, back to knowing, like, not being afraid to ask for more money, if you know what your position is and you know that certain people in your position after a certain amount of time, you know, they start making more money, then you know, okay, I've been your design assistant for 5 months or 6 months, and every design assistant usually gets like a career overhaul after 7 months. So, you know, 7 months comes up and it's like, okay, I need to talk to you about how much money I'm making and all of the stuff that I'm doing, and you're well within your right, because that's what's supposed to happen. So do it. But also, when I was talking about being an intern that transitioned into being an employee, when that transition happens, you need to set boundaries. I learned this the hard way, okay? Because one, I was still doing intern duties while I was being paid to be a full-time employee. And that meant that I had projects that I needed to finish as a full-time employee. So, for instance, I would get called in to go pick up lunch, but I'm working on a project that has to be done at the end of the day. I'm going to get lunch. It takes a long time. I'm not picking up my lunch because it's not for me. Like I gotta hurry up and get back to get you your lunch so I can finish doing my work, because maybe I brought my lunch or something. So this is impeding my process, and I'm not getting my work done. It's starting to cause problems. It looks like I'm not working as hard as I should, but they're also not putting into account that they have me doing other things. So this is a whole another issue in and of itself that I will cover in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video about things that I learned at my first job. There will be a part 3, because you can never stop learning. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you thought, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.